विनायक नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदकप्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु नो देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामः सिद्धिर्भवतु नो सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि। आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। So today is the 186th session. अद्यतन पंचांगम May 11th 2024 क्रोधिनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे वसंत ऋतौ चैत्रम वैशाख मासे शुक्लपक्षे चतुर्थी तिथिः till 4:33 p.m. स्थिरवासरः आर्द्रा नक्षत्रम till 57 after midnight followed by Punarvasuhu. So in a way, before our next sunrise, it is Punarvasu nakshatram is adding. So great, Ramas nakshatram. Dhruti yoga till 11:04 p.m. followed by Shula yoga, Vishtikaranam till 4:33 p.m. ending coinciding with the ending of Chaturthi Titihi, followed by Bhavakaranam till almost 27 after 4:27 a.m. followed by Balavakaranam. Sarvebhyaha Suprabhatam. We started 48th Sarga and continuing from there, we did almost 8 shlokas, I think. Here onwards, most of these shlokas, the people, the way they praise, I felt like this is a stotram for Rama. So most of the shlokas here will be great praises for Rama. Let's all say that. Apagakrita punyastah
आपगाकृत पुण्यास्ताः
padminyascha saramsi cha
पद्मिन्यश्च सरांसि च
yeshu snasyati kakutsah
येषु सास्यति काकुत्स्थः
vigahya salilam shuchihi.
विगाह्य सलिलं शुचिः.
So they are praising, aha, how great those rivers would be, how punyavati rivers they are. Apagaha is the rivers. Apagaha krita punyaha taha. Taha apagaha are krita punyaha. Those water's bodies. Up is water. Up gachati, the flowing water bodies, which is rivers. So apagaha kritapunyaha taha. They have done lot of punya to have Rama. Yeshu snasyati kakutsaha, in which in those river bodies are so lucky, fortunate that when Rama takes bath in them, when Rama takes snasyati kakutsaha, vigahya salilam shuchihi. That water, he is also purifying that water. That water, of course, is purifying him. Salilam shuchihi. Not only are those apagaha, padminyaha, the lotuses in that water, in that river, or saramsi, those smaller lakes also, sometimes maybe in the afternoon, evenings, he might find a small water body. He will go there and offer his argham, etc. So whether it is saramsi or padminyaha or apagaha, taha पुण्यकृताः कृतपुण्याः येषु स्नास्यति काकुत्स्थः. So in this show, in the Bhashyam, there is a lot more detail given. Vigahya salilantar nimarjya. So there are two types of baths. I mean, there is, of course, physically also two types of baths. But here what they are saying is, snanam kalu kevala shauchanukula vyaparaha. Snanam is just shaucha vyapara, anukula vyaparaha. And shna is the dhatu. Shna shauche iti dhatoho. But taccha snanam udhruta jalena api bhavitum arhati. Udhruta jalam means you take the water out with a mug or something and pour it on you. Or you take the water from it in a bucket, bring it up and take. Then that is snanam. But vigahya yadva snanam antah shauchanukula vyaparaha antah shauchakor. So that which purifies you internally also. Antah shauchanukula vyaparaha mantra snanam ityadi prayogat avagahya vigahya iti. Avagahanam they say. So vigahya is also for that. So that means whatever we do even in snanam in sandhya vidhi, when we say apah punantu pathivim arapo hishtamayo bhuvaha, all of that is mantra purvaka snanam. So when we do with mantra purvaka snanam, it is also doing antah shaucha anukula vyaparaha. Then it is mantra snanadi prayoga. So it is vigahya. So when he does mantra purvaka snanam in those rivers, how fortunate they must have been that Rama is able to do it there and they get purified through it. So that is the punyam of the rivers as Rama gets to take a dip in them. So if you bring water out, Udhritas Jalam, then that is Snanam. But if you dip inside, Vigahya means Salila Antar Nimajya, means by dipping yourself completely into the water and then standing up. That is Vigahya, Vigahanam, Aravagahanam. Then further they are saying, what else are other fortunate beings? Shobhayishyanti kakutsam
शोभयन्ति काकुत्स्थम्
atavyo ramyakananaha
तप्यो रम्यकाकलाः
apagascha mahanupaha
आपगाश्च महानूपाः नूताः
tanumantascha parvataha.
सानुमन्तश्च पर्वतः.
So not only are the river bodies fortunate, they are saying shobhayishyanti ramyakananaha atavyaha. Atavi is forest. Kananam is also forest, but with lot more woods. So, and that those beautiful wooded forests. Atavyaha ramyakananaha shobhayishyanti kakutsam. They will be, all of them will be adding a glow to Rama. They will be adding shobha to Rama. Shobhayishyanti, it is nich prayoga. They will make Rama glow further. How? What all? Ramyakananaha, Atavyaha, Apagascha, Mahanupaha. Mahanupaha is Jalapraya Desha Vishishtaha. Those lands or those areas where it's mostly water. So like our lake linear here. And there is lake, there is several small paths through it, but mostly it is river. So Mahanupaha, Sanumantascha Parvataha. Sanumantaha means Prashasta Shrunga Vishishtaha. Parvataha with very top or significant peaks are called Sanumantaha. Anuma, Sanuma. Sanumantascha Parvataha, Mahanupaha, Apagaha, Ramyakananaha, Atavyaha, all these bodies, they all kakutstham shobhayishyanti. They all glorify Rama, or they all beautify Rama. They add more glow and beauty to Rama. काननं वापि शैलं वा
काननं वापि शैलं वा
यं रामोऽभिगमिष्यति
यं रामोऽभिगमिष्यति
प्रियातिथिम् इव प्राप्तं
प्रियातिथिम् इव प्राप्तं
नैनं शक्ष्यन्तनर्चितम्
नैनं शक्ष्यन्त्यनर्चितम्
अनर्चितुम्.
अनर्चितम्.
So they are saying, Are, whether Kakutstam, whether Kananam or forest or Shailam, mountains, Yam Ramaha Abhigamishyati, whether water, rivers, or mountains, or forests, wherever he goes, wherever Rama Abhigamishyati, wherever he goes around those places, Priya Atithim Iva, Are, oh, most beloved guest has come, our dearest guest has come, let's invite him. So Priya Atithim Iva Praptam Ramam Enam Na Shakshanti Anarchitum. Are, they can't untreat him. Means they will all treat him. Wherever he goes, they will treat him like their beloved, they will treat him like their beloved guest. Is how they are, all the people and the women at home are feeling about Rama. Vichitra Kusuma Pida Bahumanjaridharinah
विचित्रकुसुमापीडा
Bahumanjaridharinah
बहुमञ्जरधारिणः
Raghavam Darshayishyanti
राघवं दर्शयिष्यन्ति
Naga Brahmarashalinah.
नगाभ्रमरशालिनः.
So how they will treat him? Now they are explaining how they will treat him. Vichitra Kusuma Pidaha, with different various kinds of flowers. Vichitra Kusuma, Kusuma is flowers. Apidaha, Apida means Shekharaha. That means those trees, tall trees with the best beautiful flowers, not just plants, but even the tall trees whose flowers are at the top of them. What will they do? And Bahumanjari Dharinaha. Manjari is buds. Mukulita Pushpa Stabakaha is Manjari. Manjari is bud in a way. Kusumam is that which has opened up and is fragrant. So Bahumanjari Dharinaha, those plants or trees which are holding buds. Raghavam Darshayishyanti, they will, what do you say? They will spotlight on Rama.
Path.
Nagaha Bhramarashalinaha. The Bhramaraha, those which, these flowers, which sort of welcome the Bhramaras, bees, those flowers which are welcoming the bees, they will be in a way, when the bee comes, the flower will be moving. So in a way, they all will be sort of moving their hands or whatever, moving their heads, waving their heads and all. In such a manner, they welcome Rama in a way. So trees would start their welcome with their flowers that way. Akale chapi mukhyani
काले चापि मुख्यानि
pushpani cha phalani cha
पुष्पाणि च फलानि च
darshayishyantyanakroshat
दर्शयिष्यन्ति अनुक्रोशात्
Girayo Ramamagatam.
गिरयो राममागतम्.
So in case, because he'll be living there for 14 years, he'll be living through several seasons. So Akale Chapi Mukhyani, in those times when there are not, it is not, in those non-flowering seasons. Akale Chapi Mukhyani Pushpani, there will be some plants which will always have flowers throughout the year. So a few plants, such plants or trees. So Mukhyani Pushpani cha Phalani cha Darshayishyanti. These Girayaha. See in the previous line, Nagaha, Naga means Nagachati iti Nagaha. One, the immobile ones, the one that doesn't move. What are they? Typically mountains. Mountains don't move. But in the 12th shloka, Nagaha Bhramarashalinaha, if you take Naga here as the mountain, then mountains don't attract bees. So then the other one is trees. Because tree also doesn't move. Nagachati. So trees also can be Nagaha. Nagaha Bhramarashalinaha. So here it is qualified as Girayaha in the 13th shloka. Girayaha Anukroshat means Atyadarat. Atyadarat with lot of respect and honor for Rama. These Girayaha, these mountains, Agatam Ramam Akale Chapi, even if he comes in unexpected times, non-seasonal, even if he comes in during unseasons, Mukhyani Pushpani Phalani cha Anukroshat Darshayanti. These mountains will try to show their trees, will try to bend them and show them that, hey, we have some flowers here. If not flowers, there are some fruits. Mukhyani, a few significant special ones. They are there. Rama, please accept them. I think these mountains also will show their trees which are having loose hanging fruits, etc. Low hanging fruits, as they say. Prasravishyanti toyani
प्रस्रविष्यन्ति तोयानि
vimalani mahidharaha
विमलानि महीधराः
vidarshyanto vividhan bhuyah
विदर्शयन्तु विविधान् भूयश्च
chitranscha nirjharan.
चित्रांश्च निर्जरान्.
So now those are initially started with flowering plants, then the fruit trees and the mountains. Now, prasravishyanti toyani vimalani mahidharaha. Mahidharaha is mountains again. How are these mountains different? The other mountains are where there are trees. These are the mountains from where waterfalls start. The rivers start from. So such mahidharaha vimalani toyani prasravishyanti. Those mountains will flow pure spring water kind of a mountain waterfalls. So there are some mountains which throw waterfall and welcome Rama there. Mahidharaha vimalani toyani prasravishyanti. And what else do they do? Vidarshyanti. They also show in a way. Show means they demonstrate or they show the path toward what? Vidarshyanti, vidarsyantaha, vividhan, various kinds of bhuyaha, again, chitran, so various kinds of unique, special kinds of nirjharan, again, water flow bodies. So there are some mountains which will show their beautiful long, tall trees with fruits. There are some mountains which initiate water from there and create waterfalls and let Rama and Sita and Lakshmana enjoy them. Then Padapah Parvatagreshu Ramayishyanti Raghavam
रमयिष्यन्ति राघवम्
Yatra Ramo Bhayam Natra
यत्र रामो भयं नात्र
Nasti Tatra Parabhavaha.
नास्ति तत्र पराभवः.
A beautiful, I mean, this is like a slokam, right? A prayer shloka said by the citizens of Ayodhya. What are they saying? Padapaha parvatagreshu ramayishyanti raghavam. In the peaks of the mountains, when he goes, there could be a lot of sun, because as you go rise high, when in the sunny days, it could directly falling on the head. So padapaha ramayishyanti. Padapaha is Padena pibanti, those which drink with their roots, with their foot, which means roots, which is trees. So Padapaha Parvatagreshu, on the tops of the mountains, Ramayishyanti Raghavam, they give enjoyment to Rama with some shade and nice cool weather there. Why? Because they are not afraid of staying on the top of the mountain. Why? Yatra Ramaha natra bhayam. Nasti tatra parabhavaha. Nor is there any defeat. It's always victorious. Wherever Rama is there, there we have victory. Is there, so even in the beginning shloka also we read, right? Apadam abhartaram, dataram sarvasampadam, lokabhiramam sriramam. Likewise, yatra ramo na tatra bhayam, nasti tatra parabhavaha is a beautiful prayer shloka for all of us. So wherever Rama is there, there is no fear, nor is there any chances of defeat. That means we are always victorious. Yatra Ramo bhayam natra nasti tatra parabhavah. Sahi shuro mahabahu.
सहि शूरो
सही
महाबाहुः
Putro
दोहे
dasharathasya cha. Go ahead, Lavanya.
पुत्रो दशरथश्च च
Pura bhavati no durat.
पुरा भवति नो दूरात्
Anugachama raghavam.
अनुगच्छाम राघवम्.
So they are saying, if all of these beings are so fortunate, why should we not be? And why? Because they said, Yatra Ramo Natra Bhayam, Bhayam Natra, Nasti Tatra Parabhavaha. Why? Because Sahi Shuraha. He indeed is the Shura. He is the most powerful, valorous warrior. And so why there is any fear? Sahi Shuraha, Mahabahuhu, mighty armed, strong one. Dasharathasya cha putraha, and he is son of Dasharatha. Dasharatha is the most powerful ruler and king and man of the world. So his son, much more mighty armed one, and hence where is any fear? And so, Pura Bhavati Naha Adurat or Durat. Pura means Iha Prakatyat Purvamapi, even before his appearance as Rama. Pura, even since then, Naha Asmakam. Naha means for us, Swami Bhavati. He had been our Lord. Even before appearing as Rama, he has been always there. He will always be there. Even after Rama, he is there. So, Purava Aparamba. Pura Bhavati no Durat. So, he has always been there, and so we cannot be away from him. So, Anugachama Raghavam, let's all go follow him. Because he has always been there and we can't be away from him. Padachaya Sukha Bhartuhu.
पादछाया सुखा भर्तुः
Tadrishasya Mahatmanaha.
तादृशस्य महात्मनः
Sahi Natho Janasyasya.
सहि नाथो जनसास्य
Sagatissa Parayanam.
सगतिस्परायणम्.
If you read any Veda mantras and shlokas, this is the how those mantras will be. Sahinatha, Sahigatihi, Saparayanam. These are the words that are used for Paramatma, for the ultimate being, for the supreme being. And Valmiki is using all this for Rama. In the name of people. Probably people have praised so, and so he has put them in those terms. So, Padachaya Sukha Bhartuhu Tadrishasya Mahatmanaha. Let us go in the shade of his foot. That means let's go near his foot. That means let's go worship him. Why? Because he is Bharta. He is our Lord. He is our bearer. He bears us. Bhartuhu, of the bearer. Sukha Padachaya Tadrishasya Mahatmanaha Bhartuhu Padachaya Sukha. The shade of his feet, or the abode of Rama's feet, who is our bearer, who is our Lord, who is the great soul, Tadrashasya Mahatmanaha, that kind of great soul, his feet will provide us Sukha Chaya. It will provide us very happy, peaceful, comfortable shade. Shade means shelter, means abode. It gives us the best, it is the best place for us to give comforts and protection. Why? Because Sahinadhaha, he indeed, he means indeed. Why? Because he indeed is the Natha, he is the Lord, Asya Janasya, of this entire humanity, of these people, of all the beings. So Gati, he is the destiny for us, he is the path for us. So wherever he goes, we will go. So Anugachama. And his Parayanam, Ayanam is the path. Uttarayanam, Dakshinayanam, Parayanam. He is the ultimate, not just Uttara Dakshina, he is the ultimate Ayanam. Param Ayanam is Parayanam. So that is Rama. These are all prayer shlokas anyway for us. Sahinatho Janasyasya Sagatis Saparayanam. And it continues. Vayam Paricharishyamah.
Vayam paricharishyamah. Go ahead, Kiranji.
Sitam Tuyantu Raghavam.
Sita Kuyantu Ramam.
Iti Paurastriyo Bhartrun.
Iti Paurastriyo Drutru.
Dukharta Tattadabruvan.
Dukharta Satat Dabruvan.
So, Dukhartaha, Paurastriyaha, the woman, the urban woman or the citizens, women citizens. Iti Bhartrun, they were telling all this to their husbands in a way, but which were seeming like prayers. They were chanting those prayers. They were saying, Vayam Paricharishyamaha, we will go and offer all services to Sitam. We will go offer services to Sita. Yuyam to Raghavam. You guys offer services to Rama. Just like in our Sangha Shiksha work, etc., right? Women's separate, men separate. Okay, we will all women go, we serve Sita. You all men go serve Rama. What is the point in staying here? You return back home without bringing Rama. Wherever he goes, vayam anugachama. Iti paurastriyaha bhartrun, their husbands, unto them, dukkhartaha tat abruvan. They said this and this. There is another patantara, there is tas tadabruvan. So dukkhartas taha dukkhartaha tadabruvan. They said these to their husbands. They further said, Yushmakam Raghavo Ranye.
Yushmakam Raghavo Ranye.
Yogakshemam Vidhasyati.
Yogakshemam Vidhasyati.
Sita Nari Janasyasya.
Sita Nari Janasyasya.
Yogakshemam Karishyati.
Yogakshemam Karishyati.
Beautiful. For all of us who otherwise think, why only Rama? What about Sita? Hey, they both are same. So women are proving it. They are saying, Aranye Raghavaha Yushmakam Yogakshemam Vidhasyati. In the forest, don't be worried that, oh, how will we live and all. Raghava will give us Yogakshemam. And for us women, Nari Janasya Asya Sita Yogakshemam Karishyati. Sita will enable the Yogakshemam for all of us women. And Raghava will provide Yogakshemam to all of you, Yushmakam of you, for all of you men. Hey husbands, come on, don't return back and stay at home. Let's all go away to the forests along with Rama. Because don't be afraid. Looks like you were afraid and you returned back. Don't be afraid, because Raghava will give you men the Yogakshemam. And Sita will give us women the Yogakshemam. And a beautiful bhashyam here. What is Yogakshemam? We'll always say Yogakshemam vahamyam, says Bhagavan. What does it mean? Yogam alabhya uchishta pushpa phaladi labham. In the forest, okay, what is yogam typically? Whatever needs to, whatever you deserve to give you that. What, ensuring that whatever you are worthy of is obtained by you is yogam. So yogam is alabhya uchishta pushpa phaladi labham. If you think you may not get food and all, don't worry. He will give you whatever is otherwise also unobtainable, that food, pushpa phaladi labham. Because it is forest, pushpa phaladi labham. But in general bhakti world or in Vedanta world also, yogam means whatever you need to get, you will be given. Yogakshemam vahami. He's saying, I will bear the burden of ensuring you get whatever you are worthy for. In fact, it is a very tricky promise also. What he's saying is, whatever you are worthy for, you will get it. Don't worry. That means if you want more, become yourself more worthy, more worthier. So whatever we deserve, we get it. Never worry about it. Is the assurance there? Then what is kshemam? Purvalabdha sevadhikara palanam. Ensuring that whatever you got, you don't lose. Sometimes we might get, and that happens with me so often. Any time I make a little trade, I lose 10 times of it. And I tried this multiple times. I've been only losing money over and over and over. So that means that is not my yogam. Because if it was my yogam, it would have kshemam stayed with me. Because it didn't stay, I realized, oh, this is not for me. So, yoga kshemam, in that, whatever you deserve, you get, and whatever worthy you obtained, it will be kept. Is the yoga kshemam karishyati. Sita will ensure that for us women, Rama will ensure that for us, for you men, is what the Ayodhya women were telling their husbands. Kon vanena pratitena.
Kon vanena pratitena.
Vanena pratitena.
Vanena pratitena.
Sotkantita janena cha.
Sotkantita janena cha.
Sampriyetam anujnena.
Sampriyeta manognena.
Vasena hritachetasa.
Vasena hartachetasa.
Hey, let's go. No fear. They will take care of us. So now, kaha anu anena apratitena sotkantita janena sampriyeta. Who will priyeta means who will be pleased. Sampriyeta, who will be good, who will be well pleased. Amanojnena, without amanognya means one who knows the heart, or mana. Heart means what? Not the English heart, but the poetic heart, or manas. One who knows the manas is manognya or manognya. One who knows the heart is manognya. One who knows their own self is manognya. Amanognyena, one who doesn't know himself. Amanognyena, or the other one of my meaning of manognya is because if you know the manas, if you are aware of your manas, then you are happy. If you are not aware of your manas, then you are unhappy. That's also manognya also means the result of manognyatvam is happiness. So amanognyena vasena, by unmindful. Manognya is mindful, and amanognya is unmindful. By unmindful living, hritachetasa, with disheartened minds. Hrita Chetasa, or stolen hearts, or lost hearts, or lost senses. Hrita Chetasaha. Hrita Chetasaha, by the lost senses, by unmindful hearts. Sa utkantita janena. Utkantha is lot of anxiety. Because Rama is not there, lot of anxiety. By anxious people, apratitena. Apratitena means, Are Rama is not there. Our pratita means our best best achieved thing is pratitam. Apratitena. Apratitena means we don't have our most achieved thing. We don't have our sought after thing, that Rama is away. So when Rama is away, who can live happily? Who can live consciously? Who can live mindfully? Everyone will be anxious, disheartened, unmindful, and unhappy. So let's move on, is how these women are convincing their husbands. And then they are further giving more warnings now. Kaikeya yadi chet rajyam
कैकेय्या यदि चेत् राज्यं
syad dharmyam anathavat
स्याद्धर्म्यमनाथवत्
nahino jivitenarthaha
न हि नो जीवितेनार्थः
kutah putraih kuto dhanaihi.
कुतः पुत्रैः कुतो धनैः.
So they are saying, yadi Kaikeyaha rajyam chet, if it is going to be Kaikeyi's rule meaning ruling a kingdom, adharmyam anathavat syat rajyam, that rajyam will become adharmyam, it will become adharmik. Anathavat, lordless, without a head, it will go ad hoc, as needed. The natha, it will be nathavat when it is ruled by dharma. It will be anathavat when it is ruled by adharma. That's the simple fundamental rule. And so, if Kaikeyi is ruling, these women are saying, hey, if Kaikeyi is going to rule, this will be adharmic, and so it will be anathavat. So, nahi, naha jivitena, nahi arthaha. By our living, there is no purpose, artha nasti. Why? If there is no dharma, then artha is meaningless. Dhanaihi, putraihi, kutaha, arthaha. By wealth, by offsprings and by people, by having children and wealth, what's the purpose if there is no dharma? If Rama is away, that means if dharma is away, then whether it is Kaikeyi or whoever else is ruling, it is adharma. In adharma, what's the purpose of the artha? Artha is useless. Artha is meaningless. Artha is purposeless. Artham meaning including dhanam, putra, etc., etc. Bahupatra labham, bahudhanam, all those blessings that they give, all of that will be useless if there is no dharma. Simple line. We have been saying this over and over to remember it well, that Rama is dharma. If Rama is not there, there is no dharma. If there is dharma, then there is Rama. Without Rama, no dharma. And so without Rama or without dharma, artha and kama will be useless or wild, wasteful. Yaya putrascha bharta cha
यया पुत्रश्च भर्ता च
त्यक्तावैश्वर्यकारणात्
त्यक्ता ऐश्वर्यकारणात्
कंसा परिहरेदन्यं
कंसा परिहरेतन्यं
कैकेयी कुलपांसिनी.
केकेयी कुलपांसनी.
Listen, Kulapamsini Kaikeyi Anyam kam sa pariharet. That disgraceful Kaikeyi, that Kaikeyi, who is disgraceful for the dynasty of their family, of Rama's family, in the Rama's lineage, kam anyam sa pariharet. What else is she going to snatch, grab away? That lady who Aishwarya Karanat, for the sake of wealth of the kingdom, etc., Putrascha Bhartacha Yaya Tyaktau, the husband and the son were ignored and given away, given up by that Kaikeyi. Whom else will she keep? Or she will ignore and discard everybody else also. That disgraceful Kaikeyi. And in her rule, will we stay here? No way. Kaikeya navayam rajye.
कैकेय्या न वयं राज्ये
Bhrataka nivase mahi.
भृतका निवसेमहि
Jivantya jatu jivantyah.
जीवन्त्या जातु जीवन्त्यः
Putrairapi shapamahe.
पुत्रैरपि शपामहे.
So they are saying, na vayam rajye, Kaikeyaha rajye, Bhratakaha nivasemahi. We shall not be, this shall not be, nivasema. We shall not, it is a vidhi ling. Nivasema, we shall not live as Bhratakaha, as subjects, just ordinary subjects. Kaikeyaha rajye, na vayam Bhratakaha nivasemahi. We shall not live in this Kaikeyi's Rajyam as mere subjects. Jivantyaha Jivantya Jivantyaha Jatu. By us, by this living Jivantyaha Jivantya Jatu. Let us be living as living beings. Putrairapi shapamahe. We are taking oath even on our children, on our sons, that we shall rather live as living beings, but not live as subjects of Kaikeyi's rule. We shall just be living beings, no problem, and we can live anywhere, but not as citizens or subjects of Kaikeyi's rule. So much of anger, anguish, and hate against her. Ya putram parthivendrasya.
या पुत्रं पार्थिवेन्द्रस्य
Pravasayati nirghana.
प्रवासयति निर्घृणा
Kastam prapya sukham jivet.
कस्तां प्राप्य सुखं जीवेत्
Adharmyam dushtacharini.
अधर्म्यां दुष्टचारिणीम्.
So they are further saying, they're just going on cursing Kaikeyi or hating Kaikeyi. What are they saying? Ya nirghana atikrura. Most cruel. That cruel lady who putram parthivendrasya putram, son of the king of the mortals, pravasayati, one who lets the son of the emperor of the world go away to forest. Kaha tam adharmyam dushtacharinim prapya sukham jivet. Who can live happily, who can attain happiness in their life with this adharmyam, adharmic lady, dushtacharinim, one who takes all sinful or what do you call, unpreferred paths or unpreferred means, one who takes up unpreferred means, one who is dushtacharinim, adharmyam, tam, that Kaikeyi, prapya, by approaching her or by living in her rule, sukham jivet, how can anyone live happily? They will also face problems, because if you are living in sinful rule, adharmic rule, it will not be happy for long, even if it might seem happy temporarily. Upadritamidam sarvam
उपद्रुतम् इदं सर्वम्
analambam manayakam
अनालम्बनायकम्
don't read analambamanayakam.
अनालम्बनायकम्
Just listen and repeat. Kaikeiyahi krite sarvam
केकया कृते सर्वं
vinasham upayasyati.
विनाशमुपाश्यति.
So they are further saying upadritam idam sarvam. Upadritam means all the upadravas, all the calamities, all the fatal calamities that have occurred so far are going to occur. Idam sarvam upadritam analambam anayakam. Because alambam means if there is a support. Analambam, unsupported. Unsupported, anayakam. Unsupported, unled. Meaning without a leader, without a support, without a dharma, ad hoc rule it is going to be. It will be Papurhula Congress rule. Such analambam, anayakam, idam sarvam upadrutam. This unsupported, unbasis, without ruler, without a proper strong ruler, leader, this Rajyam will become upadrutam. It will end up in lot of casualties, calamities, fatalities. Kaikeyahi krite sarvam. Why? All of this untoward results are because of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyahi kritam krite sarvam. It is all because of the stupid or worst decisions that were provoked, triggered by Kaikeyi. Vinasham upayasyati. It will lead towards destruction. It will lead towards destabilization. It will lead towards instability. So there is no point in staying here. Nahi pravrajite rame
नहि प्रव्रजति रामे
जीविष्यति महीपतिः
जीविष्यति महीपतिः
मृते दशरथे व्यक्तं
मृते दशरथे व्यक्तं
विलापस्तदनन्तरम्.
विलापस्तदनन्तरम्.
They are predicting already, the people are already predicting what is going to happen. Pravrajite rame mahipatihi nahi jivishyati. In Rama's going away for exile, mahipatihi nahi jivishyati. The Lord, the Dasharatha Lord, is not going to, will not be able to live. They have realized. Without Rama, this Lord Dasharatha will not be able to live. They have realized it. Why? And so, Mrute Dasharathe Tadanantaram Vilapaha Vyaktam. After, if Dasharatha cannot live anymore, that means after his death, then Vilapaha Vyaktam. Everywhere it will be crying, tragedy, sorrow. So this is a never-ending chain of events that are going to happen, all because of this Kaikeyi. And so we cannot stand that here. Let's go away with Rama. Te visham pivata lodya.
ते विषं पिबता लोड्य
Kshina punyaha sudurgataha.
क्षीणपुण्या सुदर्गतः
Raghavam vanugachadvam.
राघवं वानुगच्छध्वम्
Ashrutim vapi gachata.
अश्रुतिं वापि गच्छत.
So they are saying, te visham pibata alodya क्षीणपुण्याः sudurgataः. So they are saying, the women are saying, te visham pibata. Let all of you, let all of us, or let all of you better consume poison. Because if the king himself is going to die after this, and the entire state will end up into sorrow, into all troubles, untoward incidents and all, then let's consume poison. Kshina punyaha, because we'll be with no merits, we'll be demerited people, unmerited people, and so better to die. Sudurgataha. Durgataha means with a bad destiny. Will be bad destined people. Raghavam va anugachadvam. So there are only two options. Either Raghavam anugachadvam. Either you all start going behind Rama, or Visham Pibata. Ashrutim vapi gachata. Or go away to some other place where, so Ashrutim, where we don't have people who listen to. Means this is a very loaded word here. What the Bhashikara says is Ashrutim means Manthara Rajya Shravana Rahita Desham. Shrutim is listening. Listened. Ashrutim, unlistened. Unlistened by who? Unlistened by Mantharas. Where the leaders are strong by themselves, not getting lost by evil directions of their ministers like Manthara. Let's go away to such places. Any other kingdom is better. Or go behind Rama, or consume poison and die. Because Kshina Punyaha, we are dismerited. We couldn't control Rama, or we couldn't keep Rama in. We couldn't stop Kaikeyi from that. So we are useless fellows. And so die, or go with Rama, or go away to some other place where there is no mantra. But not here, where mantra is going to guide Kaikeyi. Mithya pravrajite Ramaha.
मिथ्या प्रव्राजितो रामः
Pravrajito Ramaha. Sabharyas Salakshmanaha.
सभार्यः स लक्ष्मणः
Bharate Sannivishtasmaha.
भरते सन्निविष्टाः स्मः
Sainike Pashavo Yatha.
सैनिके पशवो यथा.
Because of Kaikeyi, poor Bharata is also getting all bad name here. So they are saying, Sabharyaha Sahalakshmanaha Ramaha Mithya Pravrajitaha. Unwantedly, unnecessarily, Rama, along with his wife Sita, along with his brother Lakshmana, was sent out. Pravrajitaha. He was sent out, sent away unnecessarily, away from home. Pravraja. Pravrajitaha is sent out. That was based vritha, mithya. The anya pathantara for Sabharya is Sasita, Sasitaha. Along with Sita, one who is along with Sita is Sasitaha. One who is along with Lakshmana is Salakshmana or Sahalakshmana. So Sasitaha Salakshmana, Sahalakshmana, Ramaha Mithya Prabrajitaha, unnecessarily sent out. And hence, Asannivishtaha Smaha Bharate Sainike. We will be Sannivishtaha, means we will be situated in, if we continue to stay here, then we will be put into the forces of Bharata, Pashavaha Yatha, just like Pashus, just as animals would be treated, we will also be treated like animals by this army of Bharata. if we continue to stay here. Bharate sannivishtaah smaha sainike pashavo yatha. Bharate sainike vayam yatha pashavah tatha sannivishtaah smaha is the Pathantar. Purnachandranana Shyamaha, on the other hand, Purnachandranana Shyamaha,
Purnachandranan Shamah
Gudhajatrurarindamaha,
Gudchatruvarindam
Ajanubahuhu Padmakshaha,
Ajanubahu Padmakshah
Ramo Lakshmana Purvajaha,
Ramo Lakshman Purvajah
Purvabhibhashi Madhuraha,
Purvabhibhashi Madhurah
Satyavadi Mahabalaha,
Satyavadi Mahabalah
Saumyascha Sarvalokasya,
Somash Sarvalokasya
Chandravat Priyadarshanaha,
Chandravat Priyadarshanah
Nunam Purusha Shardulo,
Nunam Purush Shardulo
Matta Matanga Vikramaha,
Matta Matanga Vikramah
Shobhayishyatyaranyani,
Shobhyashatyarnani
Aranyani,
Aranyani
Vicharan Samaharatha.
Vicharan Sa Maharatha.
So this is, again, they quickly tried to summarize a few of the great qualities of Rama. And they are saying, because of all those great qualities, Aranyani Shobhayishyati. He, this Rama, with all these great qualities, shall glorify these forests. Saha Maharatha Vicharan, by wandering, by moving around these forests, he will bring glory to all those places, which exactly is true even now. Even after tens of thousands of years, even if they say 10,000 plus years of Ramayanam, but as we believe several millions of years, even after that, all those places that he went to are still glorified. Isn't it true? That is Valmiki. That is Brahma who promised Valmiki. And that is Rama. That even now, all the places wherever he went to are all the places that thought he came to claim glory for their places. Panchavati, Bhadrachalam, Sarayu, Ayodhya, every place, Mithila, Lanka including, Sri Lanka, always, all over, he has Shobhayishyati. Why? Because Purna Chandrananaha, full-mooned face. His face is so round, glowing always pleasantly, like Purna Chandra, Ramachandra, Purna Chandra, Purna Chandrananaha, Shyamaha. He is dark. Dark as not, dark as not so dark. It is Shyama. Shyama means dark that attracts, that black beauty, as we call it. Black beauty, Shyamaha. And Gudhajatruhu. Gudhajatru is his body is so well curved. There should be muscle. It'll protrude out, and where it has to go in, it will go in. They say there is no waist, and wide chest, and the biceps also will be so big, bulged, covered balls. And then below that, it is so thin, narrow again, elbow. And then again a strong forearm and a thin, strong waist. And so continuous curves is Gudhajatru, where the lower ends of the curves are hidden. That means so well, perfectly shaped body. Gudhajatru Arindamaha, such a strong, such a powerful, perfect bodied, strong one will of course suppress and can put the Ari, the foes, enemies under control. Not only external foes, but us internal foes also, our own internal foes also will be kept under control. The moment we remember Rama, Gudachatru Ajanubahu, a few of them, these are all from the Balakanda's Prathama Sarga, where all several more are listed, but Valmiki quickly tried to make people praise Rama through a few of these qualities. Ajanubahu, long hand once. Padmakshaha, lotus-eyed. Ramaha, Lakshmana Purvajaha, born before Lakshmana. That means elder brother of Lakshmana. Purva Abhibhashi, as we said, a great quality which Americans and Westerners have learned it. They greet you first. Hi. Whether they intend it or not, that is a different thing. But at least a good lesson, a good quality for us to learn. At least remembering Rama, that he is a Purva Abhibhashi. If we see anybody, typically Indians, we don't greet. Even if we see an Indian, we give a very closed, hard, what is it called, tough, tight look. We just give like this and turn around. We don't greet. As soon as we see somebody, just say Namaste, Hari Om, hi, or anything, say something. But Purva Abhibhashi, we should greet the first one. We should be the first greeter. Purva Abhibhashi, Madhuraha, and that too with a very sweet talk, a sweet voice. Purva Abhibhashi, Madhuraha, Satyavadi. Satyavadi, one who stands for reality, one who stands for truth. Satyavadi, Mahabalaha, we should be strong always. Do Surya Namaskar, yoga, etc. Stay strong. Saumyascha, at the same time, very humble. Saumyaha. Sarvalokasya Chandravat Priyadarshanaha. Just as Chandra will throw light and please all the worlds, Sarvalokaha. Priyadarshanaha. Similarly, like that, Chandravat, like that, Priyadarshanaha. Very pleasantly looking always. Anybody looks at him, they will be pleased. Abba, Ram, Jai Sri Ram, what a beauty, what a great guy, what a smart one, what a pleasing one, what a sweet voiced one, how good greetings. Always think of noble things of him. And so he is Priyadarshanaha. Nunam Purusha Shardulaha. At least, if nothing, he is the best of the men. Purusha Shardulaha. Matta Matanga Vikramaha. Kramaha is order. Vikramaha is one who puts his feet in order. That means his walk is like Matta Matanga. Like his walk is always in a gracious walk. Like that of a Matta Mata. I mean, that's the problem of translations, right? If I translate intoxicated elephant, what does that mean? Our children will understand the stupid thing. So, Matta Matanga, if we live that culture, we can see how those elephants in the temples and they walk very slowly, nicely, so that everybody, all of us will go behind it. So that is Matta Matanga Vikramaha. Similarly, if Rama is walking casually, slowly greeting everybody, Purvabhashi, Madhuraha, then all of us will naturally get attracted to him and go behind him. So such Mattamatanga Vikramaha Purusha Shardulaha Aranyani Vicharan Saha Maharathaha Sobhayishyati. He shall glorify all these forests as he is wandering there. I know we are 2 minutes over. We started a little late. Let's take 5 to 7 more minutes and complete this sarga. There are 6 more shlokas. Tas tatha vilapantyastu
तास्तदा विलपन्त्यस्तु
nagare nagara striyah
नगरे नागरास्त्रियः
chukrushu dukkha santaptaah
चुक्रुषुः दुःखसन्तप्ताः
Mrutyoriva bhayagami.
मृत्योरिव भयागमे
So taha nagaraha striyah, those city women, urban women. That means if our rural women are crying, that's okay. But these are even urban women. Nagaraha striyah. He qualified them as urban women also, who generally are a lot more modern, lot more, independent, lot more less emotional. Such women also, vilapantyaha tatha. They were crying like this. Ayyo, what's the point in living here? There is no point. They became so emotional, so anxious, etc. Vilapantyaha, crying. Chukrushuhu, they were, what do you say? Ruruduhu. Chukrushuhu means also cried. Dukha santaptaha, burnt by the tragedy, by the sorrowness. Dukha santaptaha, hurt by sorrow. Mrutyoho bhayam, mrutyoha agami iva bhayam. If death is coming, how scared would we be? Bhayam, bhaya agami. So similarly, just as if death comes to us, we realize death is coming. How scared would we be? So were these urban women also scared and crying of, they were scared of the Kaikeyi's rule and crying in the loss of Rama away into forest. Ityevam vilapantinam
इत्येवं विलपन्तीनां
strinam veshmasuraghavam
स्त्रीणां वेश्मसुरागवं
jagamastam dinakaraha
जगामस्तं दिनकरः
rajani chabhyavartata.
रजनी चाभ्यवर्तत.
So what happened? The previous night, they all slept with Rama. Somewhere early in the morning, Rama left. These guys woke up on sunrise and they tried to search for Rama everywhere. Rama was not there. Then they returned back homes by, let's say, early forenoon or whatever. Since then, these women were crying, shouting, calling names, all of that. Go die, man, don't worry. Sita will take care of us. Rama will take care of you. Let's go. All of that. Iti evam vilapantinam strinam. Of these women who were crying like this, Raghavam, about Raghava, Veshmasu, in their own homes, Dinakaraha Astam Jagama, the day maker. Dinakaraha, day maker, which means sun. Sun, Astam Jagama, he went to set. The sun has started setting down. That means it is coming towards evening and the day is ending. Rajani cha abhyavartata, and the night started appearing there. That means, he's concluding by saying, so long throughout the day, these women were crying. Then, nashtajvalana sampataha,
नष्टज्वलनसम्पाताः
shantadhyayana satkatha,
शान्ताध्ययनसत्कथा
timirena
तिमिरेणाभिलिप्तेव
sa tada nagari babahu.
सा तदा नगरी बभौ.
So with all this, how did that nagari, that city looked like? Sa nagari tada timirena abhilipta iva. Timiram is darkness, night, especially darkness. Timirena abhilipta, smeared by the darkness. That means as if the entire city is smeared with black color. That means there is no light. Yes, night turned out, but nobody even turned on lamps. No point if Rama is not there. What's the point of turning lights? What's the point in... See, lights are for beauty, right? Lights add beauty. They said, hey, we don't need that beauty. There is no point. So, and hence the city seemed like dark city. And that is why when Rama returns back is Deepavali. People have lit lights all over with the joy. Hey, Rama has come back. And so all lights everywhere. Right? So when Rama left her, Timirena Abhilipta. Iva sa nagari tada babhau. Why is it Timirena Abhilipta? Because Nashta Jvalana. There is no lamp anywhere. Nobody lit lamps, no fire wood anywhere. Sampataha. Sampataha, or the Pathantara there is Santapaha, struck by sorrow. Shanta Adhyayana Satkathaha. Normally, by evenings, you would lit lamps, and either if you can read, you would sit and read by yourself. You will read Ramayanam, Bhagavatam, Bharatam, Vedam, Puranam, Shastram, some educational texts, not informational texts, educational texts. Education means what makes you a better person, which is all these life lesson based texts. We try to read them. Adhyayam swadhyayah na pramatitavyam, says our teacher. Never give up study. And so we will study this throughout our life. Fortunately, if we complete this text, we'll take up another text and study. But we will continue to study throughout our life. So Adhyayana, Sat Katha, you can't read by yourself. All right, go out and sit near a stage where somebody else is reading it out for you, is teaching you. Either you read it by yourself, or if you know some other better teacher, go and listen to him. Adhyayana Satkataha Shantaha. No, there is nothing like that is happening. Normally, every day by evening, as soon as lamps are lit in temples, in public places, there will always be Harikatha, Burrakatha. Some Katha happens where good lessons are taught, either in the form of stories about good people, about good incidents, about good things. So that people are always learning good things. And as they go home and sleep, they say sleep is the best memory retainer. If you listen to these kathaha, satkathaha, and then go and sleep, all of that is retained and is also sometimes revisited through dreams, or will stay deep inside our memory. So before sleeping, we should be listening to these satkathaha or study adhyayanam. But this city now, nothing like that is happening. Adhyayana nasti, satkathaha nasti, everything is shanta. That means idle. Upashanta vanikpanyaha.
Upashanta vanikpanya.
Nashta harsha nirashrayaha.
Nasta harsha nirashraya.
Ayodhya nagari chasit.
Ayodhya nagri chasit.
Nashta taramivambaram.
Nastataram ivambaram.
So this Ayodhya Nagari became Nirashraya. Before, it was Ashraya for everybody in the world. Today, it seemed like Nirashraya. It is not a shelter. It is not a refugee place anymore. It is not a tourist place anymore. Nashta Harsha. There is no Harsha. There is no, it is disheartened. There is no happiness there. Upashanta Vanik Panya. All the Vanik Panya markets and the traders, Upashantaha, they are closed, band, all closed shops and markets. No trading happening. And with all this, how did it look like? Nashtataram ivambaram. Ambaram is sky. If sky lost all stars, what happens? It becomes dark. Like the Amavasya. So Nashtataram ivambaram, that is Timirena Abhiliptam, is elaborated here as Nashtataram ivambaram. Tatha striyo Rama nimitta matura.
तथा श्रियो रामनिमित्तमातुरा
Yatha sute bhrataribba vivasate.
यथा सुते भ्रातरिवा विवासिते
विलप्य दीनारुरुदुर्विचेतसः
विलप्य दीनारुरुदुर्विचेतसः
सुतैर्हितासामधिको हि सोऽभवत्।
सुतैः तासामधिको हि सोऽभवत्।
So tatha striyah, like that these women, thus these women, Ramam nimittam aturaha. They were aturaha, anxious or anguished. Rama nimittam, only for Rama's sake. Only for Rama's sake they were anguished. These women were anguished. Yatha, just as sute bhratari va vivasate. If their children or brothers had left them, as much sorrow as when their brothers and children leave them, so were these women sorrowful in the only reason of anguishness because of Rama leaving them away. And such women, vilapya deenaha, they were crying, and in a very, and they were deenaha, they were pitiful. Ruruduhu vichetasaha, they were crying unconsciously, meaning they don't know what all they are talking, what all they are acting. They were crying like informally, without any consciousness. Sutairhi tasam adhikaha hi saha abhavat. That Rama became tasam sutairhi adhikaha. The Rama became much more loving for them, beloved for them than their own children. Normally, when their children or brothers leave, they might cry. But when Rama left, all they cried a lot more because Rama seemed more than their children. Saha bhavat. Prashanta Geetotsava Vrittana Vadana
प्रशांत गीतोत्सव नृत्यवादना
Vibhrashta Harsha Pihita Panodaya
विभ्रष्ट हर्षा पिहिता पणोदया
Tadahyayodhya Nagari Babhuva
तथा अयोध्या नगरी बभूव
Samaharnava Sanksiptodakao Yatha.
सा महार्णव संक्षिप्तो यथा.
So Prashanta Geetotsava Nritta Vadana. Normally that Ayodhya will be Prashanta Geeta Utsava Nritta Vadana. It will always be like a celebrated city with Geeta, Nritta, Vadana, with musical shows, dances, songs, shows everywhere. But this is no Prashanta, nothing like that. Vibhrashta Harsha. Harsha is happiness. Bhrashta Harsha, broken happiness. Pihita, Pihita Apana Udaya. Normally, all shopping malls, Apana, Udaya, the city will be glowing with all shopping malls. Now they are all Pihita, closed, with all closed shopping malls. Tadahi Ayodhya Nagari Maharnavaha Sankshipta Udaka Yatha. The big ocean, if it suddenly is drained out of the water, the way it looks, so did this Ayodhya look without any of these musical shows, dances, song, orchestra, nor nor busy shopping malls, nothing. Everything seemed dull, no life anywhere. And so Ayodhya was like that. Ityarshe
इत्यार्षे
Srimad Ramayane
श्रीमद् रामायणे
Valmiki
वाल्मीकिये
Adi Kavye
आदिकाव्ये
Ayodhya Kande
अयोध्याकाण्डे
48 सर्गः
48 सर्गः
लावण्यजी you only say Shantamati.
यस् बाबाजी ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः ॐ सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवादाः बाबाजी
नमस्ते भोगा
धन्यवादाः
धन्यवादः
धन्यवादाः स्वागतम् महोदय अद्य शक्यते सायं संस्कृतभारत्याः वार्षिकोत्सवः अस्ति कृपया आगच्छतु अरुण् महोदय
आम् आम्
सायम् आगच्छतु
आम्
संस्कृतभारत्याः वार्षिकोत्सवः अस्ति
आवश्यकं
धन्यवादाः
धन्यवादः
सुदिनं वः
पिटमन रोड राइट
पिटमन रोड चेन्नई यस
ओके ओके सार्धपञ्चवादने वा
सार्धपञ्चवादने आम्